What's up, guys? I just got done doing a little scouting. You can probably see the wind blowing and hear it. Unfortunately, I've got this camera hid behind this big white oak, so hopefully that's going to dampen a lot of the noise. But I wanted to talk to you guys today because I've been seeing a lot of traction pick up on my figure 8 video, and I really wanted to go out and redo and make a video explaining why I've switched from a figure 8 to a Madrock Safegaurd. If you're using a figure 8, doing it correctly, there's really no issue, but I'm going to show you how you can really put yourself in a pinch using one and the dangers behind it. The reason I'm doing this is because of an instance last year I got into on a quota hunt on a large tree, and it really screwed me. It could screw you on a large tree, it could bite you in the butt on a small one. I'm actually going to do a demonstration on the small tree and show you guys this mammoth of a white oak right now. So this tree right here resembles a lot of what I picked out to hunt last year. It just happened to be that there wasn't any other good trees that were going to give me shot opportunities last year, and I always liked the way these trees branch at the top. That's a saddle hunter's dream, to be up there and basically be hid and feel like you can get away with a lot more movement, because let's be honest, saddle hunting versus hunting out of a stand, you do a lot more moving out of the saddle, in my opinion. I feel like I can say that truthfully. I've been hunting out of one for 4 to 5 years now. But anyways, without further ado, let me get into the reasons of why I've switched and show you why I switched in accordance with what happened to me last year when I started to panic a little bit. Alright guys, you can see this 3-trunk tree back here behind me. I'm trying to do the best I can. I got a GoPro with me. I don't have my wide angle lens, so I'm having to kind of rig a bunch of stuff. But fixing to take this Stag stealth pack off. By the way, if you guys are looking for the ultimate one-sticking bag, this thing is the way to go. It's really high quality. Every single pocket, every detail about this thing was thought out for the one sticker in mind. But I'm fixing to take this off. I'm going to get my stuff out, and I'm going to switch over to the GoPro and show you guys what happened. Alright guys, I'm sitting here at this tree. I just unloaded the stick off of the Stag stealth pack. For future reference, this is not ideal. I do not recommend this to anybody. I have drilled through this carbon stick and added my 2-step altimeter on the bottom. I'm 170 pounds, soaking ass wet, so I feel like the stick can handle it. I do not recommend trying it yourself. It's definitely going to void your warranty, so if something happens to you, that ain't on me or Latitude. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys what I did last year when I was climbing up. So picture ourselves in that big white oak up there where it's a massive tree. For whatever reason last year I was climbing up with my tether, and when I got done I would throw my rappel rope around the tree and tie my figure 8 on it, switch over and go down. So anyways guys, last year I would climb up with my tether, like I said. I'd put it around the tree, and everybody knows you make a move on one stick. You put your legs around the tree off to the side, reach down, grab it, pull it up, repeat the process. Here's the problem that I ran into. That tree that I picked out was, like I said, it was very large. When I made my first move up the tree and positioned my tether, I was barely able to reach around, and this rope was just at its end. What I did not think about was I was tied off to the tree with my ropeman, not climbing with this, which I don't want to climb with this, because you can see that just that little bit, that rope wanted to slide down. So once I made my second move up with my tether, moved it up higher on that tree, it was still barely reaching, but when I took that stick off the tree, I was not able to get it back around the tree. So there I am hanging on my knees, and I couldn't get down. And at that point I was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 feet off the ground. So it's not a big deal, but it's not like right here where I can wrap my legs around a tree. Like I was like on the side and it was hurting me. I didn't have any knee pads on. So basically what I'm getting at is you can't really climb with one of these, not efficiently or quietly, because this is going to hit your stick the entire time. You need a lot of these surfaces to be smooth so the rope can move. So I'm going to switch over to this rappel rope now, and show you guys what happened. I'm gonna take this and we're just gonna assume that I'm still attached to this tether right here. I'm gonna drop it to the ground. Okay. So I've still got my ropeman on here, my tether at the time. Once I reach down to do this and make this move, all right, and then I'm quickly realizing that I can't get the rope around the tree again. So after about 20 minutes of fighting, I just had to drop my stick. So I'm sitting here trying to push up as hard as I can and yank my ropeman loose. Here's the problem. All your pressure is right there. There's no way to get it off. On a small tree, you could do it. But there's no way for me to wrap my arms or legs around and get enough leverage to pull myself close enough to the tree at the same time to jerk that ropeman loose to just fall. So what was my next option? Well, my only option was I took my pocket knife out and I cut this damn rope after hanging there for about 30 minutes and panicking. Was it a real big deal? Not exactly. It wasn't like I was in extreme pain. It was more of in my head like it was fixing to get daylight. I've got to get in a tree before a buck comes by. I was flustered and there was no way of me getting down without cutting myself. This is why I've switched to the Madrock Safegaurd. Because now if you drop your stick or you get in a pinch, all you do, just let yourself down. All right, so I'm back up here. I just lowered my Madrock a little bit. You can see the figure 8 right here. I've got it locked where the tension is over twice around it, and that pinch right there is what actually holds you. You can hunt like this, you could climb like this. It's just the minute that you, for example, that I let go of this, that lets a little bit of slack in that thing, and it wants to let this fall. Each time it lets a little bit out of this and you actually sink and you get further. This distance between the top of your figure 8 and your quick link gets further and further each time you've got to fool with moving it. You got to worry about this big piece of metal hitting your stick each time when you go up, hitting your quick link and making noise. You can see how easy that wants to fall. If I had a tether locker, it probably wouldn't do that. But just say, for instance, that I drop my stick with a figure 8. Oh no. So now you're sitting here against the tree and it's not as bad. You just got to pull that loose and go down. So guys, in conclusion, you can climb with a figure 8. You can climb with a Madrock Safegaurd. This is going to be your easiest solution. It's going to cost you a little bit more. And I've come to the realization that I would rather just have something like this in my bag and be set for all situations and not have to worry about the what ifs. Yes, it's a mechanical device. Yes, it can fail. But honest to God, how many times do you feel like this is going to fail over you tying the wrong knot, something happened, wet conditions, blah, blah, blah. I could go on and on. This is actually eating into the metal that I've repelled with it so much. So you just got to weigh your options and just be sure that when you're climbing and one sticking, do not use your tether. It is not a good idea. Get you a Madrock Safegaurd, get you some other kind of ascending or descending device. All the other ones, it seems like they're extremely freaking big and bulky. So this is what I went with, and it's a great option. It's going to get you up the tree safely, down the tree safely. You ain't got to worry about tying a knot and something like this and getting stuck and crying and getting all flustered and missing a buck about 45 minutes later like I did. Anyways, guys, quick video, just caution out there, and thanks for watching.